What's going on, guys? The next project today on my 1992 Dodge W250 is we are going to be upgrading the exhaust a little bit. I purchased a Diamond Eye 4-inch exhaust system from the turbo back, so it includes the downpipe and everything right back to the tailpipe, and with a muffler. I found a good deal on diesel power products. It was on sale. I was originally just going to purchase the aluminized system, and it was on sale for the stainless system, and it was only about $50 more than the original price for aluminized system. So I ended up just purchasing the stainless 4-inch system with a muffler. So we'll get that installed. The truck currently has partially stock exhaust and partially 4-inch upgraded exhaust. I was not the one who did that to the exhaust system. That was done by a previous owner. I'll show you the current state of it. Also purchased a FTE resonator, also in stainless. We're going to install that probably before the muffler. So the resonator will get rid of any drone, and then the muffler will quiet it down a little bit. So there's currently no muffler on this truck, and I'll show you some clips with decibel readings of the before, because I have some when we did the sound deadening to this truck, a couple of video clips. So I'll have to dig in and find those clips so I can show you guys the before, and then we'll do some readings afterwards as well on the inside and the outside to see how things quieted down. Alright, so here's just a quick look under the hood. We've got the stock exhaust manifold going into, we've upgraded this to a 16 centimeter exhaust housing from BD Diesel, I believe it is. And then what you can see here is it goes into the stock downpipe. We'll be upgrading that to a 4-inch, I think it is, for the Diamond Eye. And then, I don't know if you can see down there, goes down. I'll show you from underneath the truck of what it looks like. All right, so here's the downpipe coming into the exhaust here. As you can see, it's a little bit rusty. I think there's a couple small pinholes, but that's the stock setup to go around the transfer case. I'll show you the other side. Okay, here's the back side of the transfer case, and then you can see what the previous owner has done here. Gone from the 3-inch stock pipe to a 4-inch pipe, and then that's where the stock muffler would have been, and then it goes into a 4-inch tailpipe all the way out the back. Here's just a quick shot of the 4-inch tailpipe out the back. So I'm currently just waiting on the new exhaust to get to the post office, and then we'll go and pick it up. I'm gonna go ahead and rip this current system off, and then it should be at the post office by the time this is off. Then I can go ahead and get it and put it on. Truck's a little bit dirty right now. It was just driven in the snow, so we get that all melted off and cleaned up and out of our way. Okay, we just got the old exhaust off. You can see where the stock exhaust was. This is the stock downpipe, and how banged up this part of the pipe was around the transfer case. And then that's where it changed over to 4-inch and 4-inch back. We might be able to use some of the clamps from there. That'll come in handy for the new system. We'll see what the new system comes with. So we're gonna go pick up that exhaust and then get it installed. All right, so we just came back from the post office picking up the new exhaust system. We pulled it out of the box. The new stainless 4-inch Diamond Eye exhaust. Here's what the new versus the old looks like. Inlet's the same size because we still have the stock turbo, the H1C. I believe it's got a 3-inch outlet on the back of the turbo. Then it goes in back around the transfer case. That's good for size comparison. Look at how small that is.
And that's all bent up weird from the factory. And then this part of the exhaust goes into the new stainless muffler from Diamond Eye. Got a cool sticker here. That's probably not going to go on there. And then going into the tailpipe, which is in 2 different pieces. So we'll start to put that together. We also have, this is from a different company. This is an FTE resonator, which is the 17-inch resonator. This is what it looks like, also in stainless. Kind of spirals on the inside, and then it's got a smaller pipe for some exhaust to go through. It's a little bit wider than the 4-inch on the outside. And what we're gonna have to do here is probably cut a piece to couple these two together, and then we're gonna cut around here just to band clamp those together as well. So we're probably gonna make the cut with a nice thin blade on the chop saw, or usually reciprocating saw. And we'll probably start at the turbo and leave the clamps nice and loose and give ourselves lots of room to wiggle, make sure nothing's gonna touch the frame or the transfer case or anything like that, and work our way back to the tailpipe. Kit also came with a few clamps. We got 5 different clamps to work with that have different hangers on it. I don't know if they're gonna match up with the system that was on there. And then this is probably for the back near the tailpipe. But we have a few 4-inch clamps that were on the old system that we're gonna be able to use if we need to. All right, so we've just about wrapped up the installation of the exhaust system. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt, especially around the transfer case just after the downpipe. The second piece of piping that's just after the downpipe. It was a little bit hard because it was kind of in a weird position that it naturally wanted to sit in. It would either hit the front drive shaft universal, or it would hit the transfer case in a weird spot. So we kind of had to find a happy medium in the fitting of the downpipe and the second pipe, and kind of had to hammer on it a little bit near the frame. I'll show you here. So here's the downpipe, and there's the, oh, let me focus. There's the fitting for the second pipe, and what was happening was, let me get on this side. The rotation of the drive shaft, it would either hit up here, kind of depending on which angle it was, but which rotation and angle you have on here would affect the back part of this, and it would either hit the transfer case a bit over here or the frame. So either way, we figured it out and kind of made it work. It's very tight fitting. And here's up at the frame, I'll show you. At the downpipe, pretty close, but we kind of banged in the downpipe just to make it fit. And then we'll come back here and show you what we did with the resonator. Here is where we put the resonator, just in the straight section of pipe, just in here. So we used part of the existing pipe as a coupling between the muffler and the resonator. And then up here, we just connected to this pipe. We cut out 12 inches of the existing pipe on there. And this is for an extended cap. And then there's the muffler. And what we did for the hangers, the system that was on the truck before this, where the 4-inch pipe was, these 2 hangers worked better than the ones in the kit. So they were a little bit different. These ones were longer. And then this one, so we've got one hanger at the front of the muffler and one hanger at the back of the muffler. This one kind of wraps over, up and over like that. And then back to the tailpipe. Just enough room to get around the shocks and not hit the axle. We had to cut a little bit out of the tailpipe here to make it slide forward, so that hump would sit more directly above the axle. And then it goes out to the tailpipe where the hanger is.
This is what it looks like from the back, where the back hanger is. Just from the back here. Okay, I just changed one small thing here.
I was using on the tailpipe this stock hanger position, but then we used the one that was provided with the kit and hung it further inside on the tailpipe, just right here on the frame, because this one, I didn't really like the look of the clamp being so far towards the outside of the truck, so that's hung back there instead and gives that a cleaner look. So now we can go do our tests in the test drive.
Alright, we just finished putting the new exhaust system on, so we're just taking some sound readings now in the cab. The chart behind there shows the sound deadening project and what the levels were before and after the sound deadening. So he's going to fire it up, he's going to let it idle for a little bit, and then he's going to rev it up to 1500 RPM, and we'll just compare those readings to what it was after the sound deadening project. So it's sitting here, truck shut off, we were about 31.3, 31.5. So we're getting readings about 65.5 to 66, so it's dropped a decibel or more. So now we'll rev it up and compare that to the 74.5 reading. Alright, getting about 71 there, so it's again dropped about 3.5 decibels. So. Alright, we're going to take it out for a spin on the highway now. We're right on the highway now, 100 kilometers an hour, or 60 miles per hour. Getting the reading about 74.5, so that's a drop of 2 decibels. Look at the chart there. We were riding in the tin can before the sound deadening project. It was 80 decibels up at the highway speed. After the sound deadening project, which is a separate video you can watch, down to 76.5, and now after this diamond eye exhaust system and the FTE resonator, we're down to 74.5. Nice, quiet, comfortable ride.
Right, that wraps up the install of the 4-inch diamond eye exhaust from the turbo back. Overall, a bit of a pain with the diamond eye system, especially around the transfer case. I feel like they could have made that pipe a little bit better to wrap closer to the frame or something. It just seems like it had a few weird bends, but other than that, I'm happy with the sound and the look at the back. It sounds much different, a little bit quieter from the inside of the cab now with the muffler and the resonator. And I can't really say it sounds too much different because it's winter time right now. We're driving with the windows up. I'll get a better feel for the exhaust when it's summertime and the windows are down, see how it really sounds when you're driving around town and stuff. But overall, I'm happy with the sound it has right now. It's not too loud, not too quiet. It's still a big diesel truck. You're never going to make it sound like a small little car. So, yep. If you're looking to install a 4-inch diamond eye exhaust system, hopefully this helps and it gives you a little bit of heads up for the piping around the transfer case. You're going to have a hard time if you go with this system. Maybe even the MBRP system or the Flow Pro system. I really don't know, but hopefully this helps. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.